Woe to you of earth and sea.
Welcome to Satan is My Superhero, a show for atheists, scoffers, heathens, and unbelievers. I'm your host, Judas Falling. In this episode, we get to the bottom and then we'll go back to the top of the slide that is Helter Skelter by the Beatles.
The Beatles, Paul McCartney, John Lennon, and two other guys.
Originally released on side 3 of the Beatles' self-titled album, The Beatles. Don't name your album after the band. It causes problems.
Hi, I'd like to purchase the Beatles album.
Which one?
The Beatles?
Yeah, but which one?
No one likes it when bands self-title albums. You, me, and everyone know this album as...
The White Album.
In the same way, we all know Metallica's self-titled album as...
The Black Album.
Okay, I'll take the Metallica album.
Which one?
Oh, not this again. You know what? I give up on good music. I'll have a Limp Bizkit album instead.
Yeah, but which one?
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, the White Album was released in 1968. While the song Helter Skelter is credited as being written by Lennon and McCartney, John later distanced himself from it, claiming in 1980,
Paul's song about an English fairground, it has nothing to do with anything, and least of all to do with me.
I'm sure he cashed those royalty checks just fine.
In a 1968 interview, McCartney said he had wanted to create a really screaming record and added,
I had this song called Helter Skelter, which is just a ridiculous song. So we did it like that because I like noise.
Is it any more ridiculous than an octopus's garden or yellow submarine? I would say no.
According to Wikipedia,
a Helter Skelter, or Helter Skelter Lighthouse, is an amusement ride resembling a lighthouse with a spiral-shaped slide built around the tower. Typically, fairgoers climb up a flight of stairs inside the tower and slide down the spiral on the outside. The first known appearance of the Helter Skelter was at Blackpool Pleasure Beach in 1906.
Blackpool, pleasure, and beach. 3 words that have no business being used in the same sentence.
Once you've seen or experienced the Helter Skelter ride, McCartney's lyrics not only make perfect sense, they don't leave much room for any other interpretation. He has claimed he was using the ride as a metaphor for the rise and demise of the Roman Empire.
There's no way that is true.
I'd like to quote Marcus Aurelius from Meditations. You may be a lover, but you ain't no dancer.
In popular culture, it's pretty well taken as fact that Charles Manson heard the Beatles' White Album, deciphered a hidden message in it, telling them he would incite a global race war with an act described in the song Helter Skelter, and emerge on the other side as the supreme white leader of a black America. Like they wouldn't know what to do with all the white people gone.
All the white people are gone. Whatever shall we do now?
Hi, I'm Charlie. Been hiding in a hole till all this race war died down, and, well, here I am. Oh, you shot me. Oh, no. Poor old Charlie's bleeding out.
As I was saying, all the white people are gone.
To prove this, the misspelt phrase Helter Skelter was written in blood on the refrigerator during the La Bianca murders by Patricia Krenwinkel.
Your name's Krenwinkel.
Yeah, I hate it. Kids used to make fun of it.
I bet they did. Well, don't you worry. You're with Charlie now. Charlie's gonna give you a new name.
Oh, that would make me feel so special. Thank you, Charlie.
Charlie's gonna call you Big Patty.
Oh.
'Cause you big.
Yeah, I get it.
And Patty is short for Patricia.
In his 1978 autobiography, Manson family member and convicted murderer Tex Watson wrote the reason for the murders was to
Ignite Helter Skelter and bring it in Charlie's kingdom.
Charlie's gonna call you Tex, 'cause you from Texas.
Yeah, I get it.
And Tex is short for Texas.
So that's that. We can blame a 19th century amusement park ride for inspiring Paul McCartney to write a song that inspired Charles Manson to inspire a bunch of drugged-out lunatics to go on a barbaric murder spree. One small problem. This theory was come up with by the
Los Angeles County District Attorney's lead prosecutor in the murder trial, Vincent Bugliosi.
The prosecutor had to provide a motive for the murders, and he did. He also wrote a book based on his theory, which went on to spawn movies and documentaries.
It's in a book, so it must be true.
Now, we can't believe anything Manson himself has ever said, so consume the following with a very large grain of the good old sodium chloride. But at his trial, when asked about the meaning of Helter Skelter, he replied,
It means confusion. Literally, it doesn't mean any war with anyone. It doesn't mean that some people are gonna kill other people.
I'm confused. Do we kill the other people at the bottom of the slide, or when we get back to the top?
More than 20 years later, at a parole hearing in 1992, Manson had this to say,
As far as lining up someone for some kind of helter-skelter trip, that's the district attorney's motive. That's the only thing he could find for a motive to throw up on top of all that confusion he had. There was no such thing in my mind as helter-skelter.
Oh, I believe him. There's a lot of things not in that man's mind.
If you're a fan of this podcast, please support the show on Patreon. As well as the warm, fuzzy feeling of knowing you've done the right thing, you can also gain access to exclusive content.
Satan is My Superhero and its affiliates do not guarantee the exclusive content will be any good.
And Helter Skelter is still causing controversy in the 21st century. In 2019, Norwich Cathedral created quite a stir by installing a Helter Skelter, the amusement ride, not the song, right inside the cathedral itself. The Reverend Canon Andy Bryant claimed the 17-metre carnival attraction would help visitors get a better view of the artwork, saying,
We have one of the greatest collections of medieval roof bosses anywhere in Northern Europe. The trouble is, they are so high up that most people never get a chance to really appreciate them.
There are so many other ways we could solve that problem.
Shut up! We're getting the slide.
While criticising Norwich Cathedral's Helter Skelter, a mini-golf course at Rochester Cathedral and a gin festival at Manchester Cathedral, a former chaplain to Queen Elizabeth, Bishop Gavin Ashenden, said of the Church of England,
Since it may no longer believe in heaven and hell, salvation and judgment, it may have downgraded itself to be a distracting source of spirituality, offering distraction and entertainment rather than healing to sick souls.
Roll up for the greatest attraction the world has ever seen. Hear tales of talking donkeys, virgin mothers, and misbehaving fig trees. Prepare to be terrified by the bloodied corpse of the crucified Christ. Be mesmerised by unintelligible nonsense read in an unwavering monotone. Lose your sense of reality in a sea of contradiction and lightning-fast dogmatic U-turns. And best of all, we guarantee to not molest your children.
Not molesting your children is not guaranteed. Anglican Amusements is brought to you by Christ Incorporated. Christ Incorporated is a subsidiary of Yahweh International. Stay stupid and keep hating.
Stay stupid and keep hating.
In that same article written by Bishop Gavin Ashenden, he also had this to say about the Church of England.
It may well be religion, but not as Jesus knew it, taught it, commissioned it, or recognizes it.
I could not agree more, although I would not limit that comment to the Church of England. It covers all Christianity, and that's why Satan is my superhero. If you've enjoyed this episode, rate, review, subscribe, you know the deal. But please do go check out the website, satanismysuperhero.com, where you will find links to the merch store, our Patreon page, and all our social medias.
Here are the Zoomers in the cast hearing Helter Skelter for the first time.
She's just screaming.
It's talking very fast.
Why do all these songs have weird voice people? Just get a normal voice.
They're just kind of like slamming the guitar.
What does he want to tell me? I don't know the answer. If this isn't about Hitler, what is it about? He's even saying it in like a German accent. Or I'm just racist.
Is this supposed to be catchy?
It's like only a drum sound in my right ear, and then in my left ear there's not any, and I'm confused. What does Helter Skelter mean?
Helter Skelter has to be a nickname. Why is there just such a long instrumental?
Oh, it's still going.
Please go to satan'smysuperhero.com. Please, I just want to be let out of the basement.